I just know that JD Vance is out there somewhere right now squinting through his eyeliner at a Punnett Square going, this baby has to come out white. If you're Aisha Vance, how do you even begin to talk about this with your children when they're older and they start asking, and your husband has been doing his little Charles and Camilla for Nazis bit with Erica Kirk for the past 20 years? How do you look your kid in the face and be like, well, to be honest, we were really hoping one of you would come out with blue eyes so he could bring you around the white supremacists in his wing ahead of his failed 2020 campaign without them hurling racial epithets at you the way they did your siblings. What a lovely story. You know what else is a lovely story? She's due at the end of July, which means she would have been just about 2 weeks pregnant, maybe not even that, when JD Vance walked on stage at the University of Mississippi to grab ass on that leather-crotched raccoon-eyed hoe, and then told the entire crowd that he did not respect his wife's religion and hopes she changes her mind someday. To all the women listening, I want you to know that if you ever find yourself in a position anything like this, where you are very early on in a pregnancy caused by a man who is standing on stage disparaging you to win the approval of an audience full of 19-year-olds after he publicly groped a bitch right in front of your own two eyes, mifepristone might be right for you. Mifepristone is a super safe and effective FDA-approved drug that you can get prescribed by a doctor so you can safely end a pregnancy in its early weeks before you make any sort of verbal commitment to name the baby that you have to carry and give birth to after the assassinated podcaster whose widow your husband is fucking. And women have been using this for decades without any real issues other than the overarching one where Republicans keep trying to ban it because in their opinion, it is God's will for them to be deadbeat fathers who can't even remember the kids' birthdays, or for us to bleed out in a parking lot from an ectopic pregnancy before they even get the chance. I mean, that can be a pretty huge problem because, as you know, a lot of anti-abortion laws are passed at the state level, and Republicans are always telling us all abortion laws are left up to the states. And yet, FDA approval, which is what they're going after with mifepristone, that is a federal agency, is it not? So if they get rid of FDA approval, which is something that Trump and Vance and RFK Jr. and a bunch of Republican senators are actively discussing doing at the moment, it does not matter where you live or what the laws about abortion are there, you will not have access to this medication. And there will be a lot more Aisha Vances in the world, just depressed as fuck, several months pregnant, no sushi, no coffee, no fucking wine, watching your husband, whose baby you are pregnant with, watch Nick Fuentes on a Rumble stream as he hurls racial slurs at your children. We're making America great again.